Hey there, folks. We're going to talk more about 2011s today. Go through your comments on the Battle of the 2011s video, all that sort of good stuff. See what you guys have to say about it. I've been getting a lot of interesting messages, DMs, emails from a lot of you. Apparently, people think I'm a 2011 guy now. I suppose. I mean, I have all the guns at this point. But let's talk through this. This was the first 2011 I picked up. I got it last year in the spring sometime. Why? Why? Why get this? Well, for me, I'm teaching all the time now, training all the time. I'm on YouTube more than, haven't been at a match in a while. I think I'll be at one pretty soon, but I haven't been in a while. My time is spent, teaching, shooting all the time, but not a specific platform or gun. And as a matter of fact, for what I'm doing now, it's actually better. The more different guns that I can shoot and get experience with and train on, it actually makes me better at what I'm doing now. Even though that would be a little bit detrimental if I was competing really seriously. You know, that's kind of the way it is. Now, 10 years ago, I wouldn't have really been that interested in a gun like this for a lot of reasons. Uh, it'd be expensive. That part hasn't changed. But more of a hassle, unreliable, and then it's not like I could take this gun or a gun similar to it and go like teach like a law enforcement type of thing or whatever. Like nobody is carrying a gun like that. Well, that part has shifted. The market has shifted, the product offerings have shifted, and now you can get a 2011 that runs 9 millimeter, runs it pretty reliably. It doesn't break that much. It's not a Glock, of course, but it's way better than it used to be. Way better. And Staccato, the one thing that they're really good at, aside from, probably better than building the guns, they're good at marketing, and they've convinced cops to carry these things. So makes it a more interesting product for me to fuck around with and kind of interrogate it, shoot it, and get some experience with it. Very helpful. Now, over the last couple of years, I've gone through a bunch of these 2011s, and there's more on the way. And now, as you guys know, the current thing I'm most interested is this Kimber 2K11, which is, obviously they're looking at other successful companies and trying to put out an offering that's going to compete with the Staccato stuff. And there's a whole plethora of these guns out there. There's so many different ones. There's so many choices. Are they expensive? Yes. I don't think that part's really changed a whole lot. There are definitely some budget offerings, but there's some downsides to them, of course. Uh, but also, again, the product's a lot better. Making them run 9 millimeter so they don't break all the time, um, and fixing the magazines so the guns run reliably. And now there's competition divisions just structured around this type of thing, which would be single action 2011 with a magwell. You can shoot that in USPSA or PCSL, and it'll be competitive in that division. So the market has shifted, the world has changed, and these guns are more interesting than they used to be. So I've been shooting them a lot. One thing that I like for me that makes it easy is like when I grab these 2011s, like they fit in the same holster. They take the same magazines. For the most part, I should be able to get a 2011 part and fit it to my particular firearm, depending on what exactly I'm doing. I should be able to do that though in most cases. I think a 2011 should basically be a 2011. So that's why, Kimber sending me this gun to shoot, it's like, well, that's not really inconvenient for me at all. I'm going to train with a 2011 at some point. I might as well take that gun and put it in the same holster I was going to use anyway, take the same magazines I was going to use and shoot the same ammo. It's like nothing really has to change. It's a little bit different model gun. So it's all been made very convenient for me. Of course, the downside is the shit's still expensive, like expensive as hell. Anyway, let's go through your comments and see what you guys have to say about the 2011s. It's always a comparison, right? Because there's so many offerings. It's fun to talk about. All right, how does the Staccato HD compare? It's not even in the realm of traditional 2011s due to its duty nature. or does it shoot basically like a P or similar 2011? The HD 4.5 looks very attractive due to the low price of Glock mags, but for the price, I wonder, does it hold steady with other 2011s in the price range? Yeah, so I do have an HD4. I have a 4.5 coming. I believe I just got an email from Staccato. Let me pull this up. Let me pull this bullshit up, Staccato. Just got an email from these guys. Good news, your pistol is being built. I'm one step closer. We can expect another email notification with 2 to 4 weeks with shipping details. And I got this email 3 days ago. So the 4.5 is coming. I ordered it, I don't know, 60 days ago, something like that. Maybe not quite 60 days, but I ordered it a little while ago. It'll be here in a little while and I'll have it. Now, the reason I don't have the HD4 with me is because of how my life is set up. It's kind of complicated as far as equipment. So what I decided to do is position all my 2011s right here. I'm in my north office right now. So my 2011 belts, magazines, spare parts, guns, all the bullshit. It's right here. I haven't split it up because to me that's going to be too complicated. But what I opted to do is shift my HD, which is a different holster, and it uses Glock mags, so that belt is different. It's Glock mag pouches and a bespoke holster for the HD. Like that belt lives at my other office along with the HD4. And then eventually the 4.5 will come and that'll go make its way to Arizona and be a backup gun for the HD. That's kind of my plan. And if you think about it, the HD, for the way I use these things, it doesn't really belong in the same comparison. Yeah, it's still a 2011, but it's different enough. Like it doesn't use the same holster. It doesn't use the same mags. It doesn't play nice with all my other shit. Yeah, it is still a 2011 and it's worthy of discussion and comparison and all that. It just, again, like for what I'm doing, I positioned that elsewhere. So I guess if I want to shoot a 2011 style gun, I'm going to get that itch scratched, but I'll be predominantly doing that in Arizona. I mean, that's why you're not seeing it like in the side by side or whatever. I just don't have it with me. Okay, let's see what else we got here. I'm really pulling for Kimber. It's cool to see what they've been doing post Ron Cohen. And this is not just specific to Kimber, but think about the Ace, the Trigger Tech Ace Trigger, the recent thing with that. It's like, that's what people like. When you put out a product and people are like, hey, whatever, this or that sucks, or, you know, there's this problem over here, or hey, this part's really good, we want more of this thing. People like it when the companies are responsive. They really do. So kind of a small vendor, but Tanfolio was very, very popular for a while in the competition space because they were a small enough company that they were nimble. They could make, you know, different parts for little niches and kind of satisfy people's interest in the competition space. Once companies get, you know, bigger, they have a hard time doing that. I'm not saying it's impossible. It just becomes harder. Like CZ is bigger than Tanfolio and they meet the same market, but they're not making all these different spare parts and modifications. They leave that to third-party vendors to build most of that shit because they're so big. I've heard it takes them 2 years to kind of add a SKU. Like if they're going to put a different gun, it takes a couple years to make it happen. So as companies get bigger, it's harder for them to listen. Then I guess once they get as big as like SIG, they go deaf. They can't listen at all. All right, let's see what else we got here. Do you have any experience with the Atlas Artemis? The one with the sight block. It's the only Atlas gun I've shot and I really like it, but it's $1,800 to $2,000 more than the Titan and Athena. Would like to know how it compares to the two. Well, it's heavier and it feels softer. That's it. It's a lot of money for what it is, but that's all the Atlas stuff. I don't really love the weight on the front of the gun, but it definitely softens it up. I guess to me, it would depend on exactly what I wanted to do with it. I think obviously for most people, it's not going to really make a noticeable difference. All right. Should include the platypus in the rotation. A lot of people say that, and it's kind of the same. It's just for how I'm using these things. I need different mag pouches on the belt. And so it'd be 2011 holster, different mag pouches, and it's like, well, now it's not. I lose that interoperability with all my other shit. Not that that's a terrible gun. People have been, I've been seeing a lot more of them in classes. Some of them run pretty good. I've shot a few of them, like, oh, okay, it seems decent. I've seen a few of them having problems, but you could say that about any model of gun, if I'm being honest. All right, what new plate is on the Kimber 2K11? So this plate is from Dawson. I don't know the model name or number, just the boys at the shop. I called them up and said, dude, I need a fucking plate for this Kimber. And they had one, sent it, and it's been functional. The Dawson's an easy thing for me to go to because they've made so much other stuff that has worked well for me in the past that, you know, all right, I need something different, so let's give Dawson a shot. That's a pretty easy decision for me to make. Okay, let's see what else we got here. I love my 2K11 so far. Thanks for your review. Yeah, so I saw the first 2K11 came through one of my classes, and it was pretty sensibly set up, in my opinion. So it had the 45-degree safeties from Atlas, which makes sense. I would probably want that if I was going to shoot the gun really hard, especially competitively, because it just, to me, it takes all the brain power out of deactivating the safety. I don't even need to think about it. And then, interestingly, it had a Vortex Defender XL mounted on the Kimber. Now, that's weird to me because the Kimber ships with an RMR pattern plate, but the CH plate that sucks nuts. So I would guess that the guy didn't like that plate or wanted to go with the XL or whatever, so ended up with a different pattern and then not using the provided plate. So it seems like, again, the market is smart. People in large groups are pretty smart. So they have the same, the kind of the same complaints about the Kimber that I would have, which is predominantly the plate system sucks. And then if I was going to shoot it really hard, something like that 45-degree Atlas paddle safety, it's tough to argue against that for how much fumble factor that takes out of things, especially considering in a competitive shooting environment, you get pretty stupid when the timer goes off, for sure. Paybound, have you looked at the Bull Armory TAC models? I got a TAC 5. I was going to tell you it's a tight, really well put together gun. Yeah, so I played a lot with the Bull stuff a lot, just not, you haven't seen it on camera, and I don't own the stuff, but I played around with it. The Bull stuff to me is like pretty, it looks, I agree, like decent quality. I don't really have huge complaints with it, except I don't like the proprietary magazine thing. Like I really don't like that. And then I start wondering, like, well, what other proprietary parts are there in here, and what all's going to play nice with other stuff. So that to me makes me not that interested in the Bull stuff. If I lived in Europe, it would be a different story because the warranty stuff with the U.S. companies would look a lot different to me. So that's why you're not seeing that. We got Ben Steger possibly recommending a Kimber product before GTA 6. Yeah, who knew? It's happening. It's happening. The homosexuals, oh, we're not allowed to say, okay, the homosexuals are mad you'd rather review a Kimber over the P211 GTO. I'm just not going to buy the P211. I'm just not going to do it. I don't even give a shit about it. It's like, whatever. It's like, oh, look, another 2011 thing. Well, there's plenty of other ones to look at. And it's like SIG's on the naughty list, as you guys know. See what else we got. I really think if you live in Central Texas, just get the Staccato. You pay a brand premium, yes, true, but you get the Cool Kids Club and get to play at Staccato Ranch. It's nice we have more options though. It's similar or better price points now. I don't know if do you get to a Staccato Ranch membership with buying a gun? I don't think so. I've heard that place is pretty upscale, you know. Okay, nice video, guys. Wouldn't the Staccato XL match up better against the Kimber 2K11 with similar barrel lengths versus the shorter barrel of the P? Love my XC. Yeah, it would. The XL would be like the direct competitor. It's actually a little longer. What is that? Is that a 5.2 or 5.25 gun? I'm not going to look it up, but I think it's actually even a little longer. It would be a better comparison than the P that I have. This video made me want to buy a Prodigy. That's very fair. You should definitely do that. Definitely do that. What ammo are you shooting out of these guns? I did reply to that one. I'm shooting 9mm. Many different varieties. I buy a lot of Blazer and I shoot that as well as other things. Like I put a lot of frangible ammunition through this Kimber as well. I got my Kimber for 1,800. I think he's referencing the one that comes with the SRO. It's substantially less expensive than the P. I'm not really sure what you're talking about. I think that I don't know. I believe the street price on this hoe is 2,500, no optic. So 2,500 with the dumb plate, no optic. I believe MSRP is 2,700. Could be wrong, but that's what I think I remember. I don't tell a lot of guys this, but you got a nice box there. Thank you. I've been playing around with different sized pistol cases, if you want to know what this guy's referencing. And I've just been kind of like getting more of them because a lot of times I'm transporting a lot of them, or I'm on a trip where it's like, okay, I'm out for 2 weeks and I want to play around with these two guns. I'm going to use these two for work or whatever, that kind of thing. So I've been kind of one of the nerds transporting a lot of guns around. There's a lot of cheap case options now, or maybe not even cheap, but there's a lot of case options now. I ended up deciding the 8 pistol box was like just too much. I think it was a 6 gun box that you guys saw on camera the other day. That's fine for me. Let's see what else we got here. You have any opinions of the MPA DS9? Yeah, to me it seems like, I've shot them, of course, I've seen them. It seems fine. It's a little different concept than the Atlas stuff, and you'll have guys go back and forth on which brand they like better. The MPA stuff tends to be heavier, which I don't really like that. But as far as the shooting dynamics, I don't know because I haven't shot one really hard yet. I like the Magwells better on those, as I recall. It's an interesting product if you're looking to spend all your money on a 2011, of course. Stealth Arms Platypus, you're welcome. Welcome to what? Like, I'm glad Kimber is making positive changes. Best thing Kimber did was get rid of Ron Cohen. That guy is the integrity of wet toilet paper. They should pay SIG royalties for hiring him. Yeah, it'd be like when you trade a pro, like baseball player, and you pay the other team to take them. If there's it's a player that really fell off, that would be pretty funny. Ben, it'd be cool to see you play around with the Jacob Gray TWC Black or possibly a Hex. Okay, yeah. This is what I mean. There's so many options. It's just like, I don't know, I guess. Sure, whatever. Thank you for working with the Kimber 2K11. I've purchased one recently in an attempt to make qualification for a Match 5 event with open sights only. I then hope to transition to USPSA events with it. Well, good luck with your transition, sir. I think that'll be good. I will install an optic on it then. I'll take your recommendation for Dawson plate. Well, okay, I wouldn't say I'm recommending the Dawson plate yet. I can tell you in the past, Dawson's been good for me. And I can also tell you that this plate, just on the face of it, seems way better than the other shit that was on there. I haven't really shot it enough to tell you for sure if this is working good for me, even though right now it's very promising. If I was you, I would buy a Dawson plate right away and try it, but I can no promises, buddy. No promises. Curious on your thoughts on MPA DS9? Yes, I know. I'll probably have to buy one of those. I think I talked to somebody at MPA about that shit. It's just I'm not highly motivated. I'm not highly motivated to get more guns right now. It's because I have too many. I have the freaking my M&P's off getting an Apex trigger, so I'm sure I'll be shooting that a lot. The HD 4.5 is going to come eventually. I'll be shooting that. I'm going to finish the review on the HD and blah, 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 blah. I mean, if anything, I should be responsible and try to buy less guns for a while. Oh, shit. I think, well, never mind. You'll find out. There'll be more stuff coming now. 2011s really suits Benz for some reason, I guess. They're a lot of fun. If I ever have the budget, I'll probably get back into them. Sticking with Glock for now, but it's not a bad place to be, especially with the 47. Yeah, I mean, the Glock 47 is just so good. It is so good in so many different ways. If I could only have one gun, I think it'd be a Glock 47, just because it's like, it's rugged, reliable, cheap, it shoots well, and tons of support in the aftermarket and blah, 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 all that stuff. They're all 1911s. There's no such thing as a 2011. I don't know, sir. I don't care. I don't give a shit about the semantics. All I know is I put my 20 round clips in this and it shoots pretty good. That's what I need to worry about. All right, I like that Kimber is making a return to the stage of worthy guns. As a Sentex boy, I have the obligatory Staccato P. I met Dawson when he was working in what was essentially a shed attached to a motorcycle resale shop in Northwest Austin. Yeah, I met Dave Dawson when I shot at his range once with like 15 years ago. He was like Yoda of shooting. He was an interesting cat. Okay, he was doing stuff for STI, I believe. I know that when I was in the motorcycle shop having beers with friends after all, Dave was in his shed working hard. Yeah, he's a hardworking guy. Do you have any plans to try out the P211? No, I don't. Can you do a video on a 2011 grip coming from a Glock grip? Well, I could, but it's gonna be it's like it's as big of a deal as you want to make it, is what I've decided. I switch back and forth all the time between Glock, 2011, other things, many other things. There you go. I'd love an XC, but it has no real place in USPSA, which is my jam. Yeah, that's the problem with like the range toy guns is like it really doesn't have a place to go in USPSA. So if that's what you want to be doing, you'd be like, nope, never get that gun. Can we get somebody from the pro shop to send Ben some effing grip tape? He's been complaining about it for months. Well, okay, well, I did. I actually ordered grip tape and it showed up, right? But it wasn't cut just right for this grip. And then I was just kind of like, I just started like, I just didn't. I'm like, I'm gonna have to like put in a lot of care and attention, which already I'm not really into it. And like get it kind of trimmed and sized so it'd be sort of reasonable, and it's still gonna end up looking like butt once I get it on there. So I just ended up not doing it. I'll shop that out to somebody, maybe Joel, and we'll take care of it. What grip tape do you recommend for the Staccato XL? I think Talon makes something size to it, don't they? Staccato XL, Talon grips for Staccato XL. Yeah, so the cool thing about the Staccato is it'll be freaking sized properly. Adhesive grip, this one's compatible for Springfield Prodigy. Ugh. Well, that's not what I want, but see what I mean? Like maybe that would work. Handle it grips has, you can buy crap off Amazon, dude. I would just go with like I like the gritty stuff. I don't like the rubberized feel. So yeah, the options I'm seeing from Talon are rubber moss, rubber, and black granulate. I prefer the black granulate myself. I'm a black granulate man. There you go. All right. I just ordered myself a little another one because another thing I messed up is I think I ordered the rubberized stuff. So there you go. I'll just switch to that. Okay, so the Staccato HDP 4.5 didn't make the 2011 box cut, but the Kimber did. Interesting. And I don't read anything into this. Yes, the first guy that replied, Ben, in quotation marks, you're reading too much into this, bro. I put some shit in a box because I was bored. Yeah, 100%. I don't even have my 4.5 yet. Don't read anything into anything I'm doing because it's usually there's way less thought and calculation put into stuff than what you might think. I'm a little surprised that Bull Armory isn't in your box of emotional support pistols. I'd be genuinely interested in hearing your insights. Their polymer grips, value is high for their fit, finish, function at the price point. Mags are unfortunately proprietary, but their optic plate does. Yeah, people like their optic solution. It's as I talked about. Is I don't like the proprietary mag shit. The guns are sort of interesting, but to be honest, they're a price point purchase. Who the fuck wants a bull? Like they don't want that. They want something else usually, and that's what they can afford. And that's a fine thing as a review point, but I would rather review a Tisas because at least that's like the cheapest. So it's like the best in one category. So then it'd be more interesting to shoot it. What's your take on the Wilson Combat Division 77 Project One? I don't give a rat's ass about it. I don't look at any Wilson Combat, so I will look at it right now. Wilson Combat. I don't know. I don't follow this. I don't know that people follow this. Wilson Combat Division 70. Let's find out what this is because I don't follow Wilson Combat at all. I'm as old as I am. I've got a lot of gray hair, but I don't have that much gray hair. So let's see this. Oh my God. It looks, well, the photograph they put up, it looks, this is like, it's like they're marketing this shit from 2003. Like, what are they doing? They're kind of like flames, but it looks a bit silly, to be honest. Okay, let's see what we got here. Division 77 Project 1. 9mm MSRP 4510. It comes with a box and a challenge coin. You got me. 18 round mag, blah, 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 41.5 ounces. It looks like a gun. That does, I mean, it looks fine, I guess. the photograph they have here is chef's kiss. It looks goofy as fuck. Oh my God. And like people wonder why this isn't appealing to people under 60. Like they're what? Never mind. I'm gonna try not to be a complete asshole anymore. I'll try to be nice for the rest of the video. For anyone, I'm really curious why Wilson gets so little love. Seems significantly better than a Staccato, but far less coin than an Atlas. Really reliable and top tier accuracy from reviews. I am thinking of getting my first DS 1911 or 2011, taking a hard look at Wilson's SFX. What am I missing? Okay, what you're missing is like, let me put it this way. I have never seen one of these guns or heard of them. Now, I don't follow that stuff that much. I don't really care. I don't care about Wilson Combat. But not all I do, but most of my time I'm teaching open enrollment shooting classes where people can bring whatever they want. And I don't really care. So you bring whatever you want, man. I've never seen one of these motherfuckers. Never. Because it's like, I don't think that people that shoot a lot are buying them. It's like, and when people say like gun reviews, like you mean they're sending them out to kind of the old school type of shills that, you know, suck off whoever. Let's see. Okay, I just did a Google search on that. So we've got GBRS Group has a video on them. Amazing platform. YouTube, Alyssa Seymour, whoever that is. Okay, this chick says that it is a gun that is good. YouTube, like it's like I'm not trying to be mean, but I don't give a shit what these people think. Like people that shoot a lot they're not keying off this, obviously, because people don't show up to classes with this stuff. Like I've never seen it. I mean, if I saw it, but however, other brands, for whatever you guys want to say, like I see a lot of Atlas pistols, a lot. Why? Because people know they work really well, and it's just very, very popular in the competition space. If you want a 2011 like that, people know that one works. I'm not saying you have to buy one, but people know that one's good. I do see a lot of the platypus guns relatively. I see a lot of Staccatos. Never seen Wilson Combat 2011. I've just never seen one. All right, see what else we got. It's not significantly better, and all these guns have the same accuracy. Wilson makes a great product, get it. 3 guys on my team have the P, whatever. It's all approaching, blah, blah, blah. Mags are broken in. Run really good when very dirty, dropping them in Arizona dust and grit for 300. They ran fine when new. Once they hit 300 rounds, they can't. All right. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I will get one of those just to have some fun. Any other interesting stuff? Any preferred trigger pull weight for 2011s? I would say no. So I don't have a big preference. Like the Atlas stuff is super light, which normally I would not like. I don't like a super light trigger that feels dangerous or on the edge. The way the Atlases are set up is that I can still feel what's happening and the trigger's light. So that one is fine. The XC trigger is, again, it's light. It's pretty sick. The Staccato, all of the triggers are good, like that I'm using. They're on some level, they are good. The HD, I have the HD4. It's a Series 80 trigger. I would say it is noticeably heavier. The properties of the trigger are fine. The trigger's noticeably heavier, but when I'm shooting it really aggressively, I can't really tell that it's a Series 80. you know, that kind of stuff. I mean, don't people buy 2011s for the trigger? So the triggers should all be pretty good, I think. Let's see what else. Anything else? Oh, that's the wrong gun, he says as he pulls a gun out of a box full of guns. I wish I had that problem, Ben. Do you though? Do you really want it? So I have all these guns at a point in my life where I'm just such a jaded motherfucker anyway, and I don't really care or appreciate it. So, you know, take it however you want to take it. All right. I thought you had a Staccato 4.5 HD 4.5 in the order. Did you get it yet? Yeah, no, I don't have it yet. I will get it, and I imagine I'll be shooting it in the cold months when I shift out west. When I base from there more, I should shoot it a lot in the winter. So that should be fine. All right, well, that's enough 2011 bants. Anyway, like I said, we'll keep it rolling. We'll see what you guys have to say.